It's Tuesday here in the truck. I'm heading home after watching two technicians argue over brake fluid. I happened to get in the middle of this one. Not that I wanted to, but they looked at me as the old graybeard and said, "Hey, you used to spin wrenches. What do you think?" I'm going to paint a picture for you. Technician A looked at the master cylinder, saw the fluid level was low enough to trigger the fluid light on the dash. Technician A said, "Oh, it's just low, we're going to top it off." Technician B says, "Let's peel the wheels off and look and see how our friction material is." Technician A scratches his head and is wondering why. And then they both approach me and says, "Well, what's the deal?" I says, "Well, if I was you, I would listen to Technician B, because unless you have a failed master cylinder and it's leaking out into the booster, or if you've got a blown line somewhere, fluid is non-consumable. Check your calipers all the way around." Technician A says, "Well, it just needed topped off." I says, "Can you prove it? Because I never saw you take the wheels off. You stopped in front of my office, popped a hood, looked under there, and then proceeded to pour fluid into a reservoir that probably didn't need topped off." Mind you, this car is only a couple years old, which means it's probably due for its first brake job. Now that the fluid is over full, when you compress those calipers, that fluid is going to run down that nice new bulkhead and destroy all the paint on the way down with it. And of course, Technician A, being the young punk that he is, looks at me and says, "Well, what do you know about this?" Well, obviously enough to have this, and I pointed to my certification on the wall. Anyways, guys, seriously, this has been something, you see it all the time, not just in the shops, but customers will go to the, AutoZone, Walmart, wherever, and buy some .3, just top off their fluid like it's being used. We need to educate our customers that the fluid doesn't go anywhere. Maybe it's because your pads are gone and your fluid is actually taking up that slack. Once you compress the calipers, the fluid goes right back up to the line where it belongs. So, even for you shade tree mechanics, that I'm just sharing this knowledge with you. I'm not trying to, start an argument, but you're wrong. Fluid doesn't go anywhere. Check your calipers. Make sure on older vehicles, make sure that your shoes are adjusted properly in the back or in the front, depending on how old a vehicle we're talking about. But there should be absolutely no reason for the fluid to be low and you to top it off just to top it off. It doesn't go anywhere. And for God's sake, when you're checking brakes, take the fucking wheels off. I am so sick of watching you guys try to look through tiny little holes or kind of peek through some spokes. Pull the wheels off. That's what you're getting paid for. You are getting paid to tell this customer, yes, your car is fine, or no, it needs attention. Do your jobs and do them right. God.